To preserve America's greatness, we must first preserve the American civilization, and to do so implies to reject all forms of globalism and ensure our national prosperity, whether economic, cultural, or demographic. Family is not only essential for generational transition, it is also necessary for the transmission of the values, the traditions, and the identity of our civilization. Restoring the American family must take place on 4 fronts: social, moral, economic, and judicial. 1. Defend the right to life. The principle of respect of innocent American life is essential to our civilization. Outside of legitimate cases of judicial sanction and in the defense of his own, no one can dispose of the life of another American. Even more so than for moral or religious reasons, abortions infringe on the rights of a third party and subject of American law, the unborn child. 2. Facilitate the birth of American children. With so many American children aborted each year, one would wonder why the government is so eager to promote the adoption of foreigners and third world infants. In reality, it's part of the globalist process of destroying the American family and replacing our demography with a foreign population. The birth of Americans by American families will be encouraged and facilitated, notably by the creation of awards and maternity clinics. 3. Terminate the Child Protective Services. Rather than encourage and support the construction and development of American families, state and federal governments have been financing anti-family programs such as the Child Protective Services, who routinely abduct minors from parents arbitrarily deemed abusive. The most important legislative provision we can implement to alleviate the costs of housing for large families is to repeal the property tax. 6. Abrogate the estate tax/death tax. Economically useless, morally objectionable, and detrimental to the stability and growth of American families, such is the legacy of the death tax. To encourage the transfer of assets and inheritance within American families, and to combat foreign relocation and capital flight, the death tax will be abrogated. 7. Protect traditional marriage from homosexual cults. Laws should only be passed in the interests of the common good, and not take sides with organized homosexual lobbies, less than 4% of the total population, most of which is concentrated in Washington, D.C. Adoption and marriage are critical societal issues, and as such, their use must be reserved to non-deviant couples.